Gospel. How shall we find Guru? It was the question. Master, anyone and everyone cannot be a Guru. A huge timber floats on the water and can carry animals as well. But a piece of worthless wood sinks if a man sits on it and drowns him. Therefore, in every age, God incarnates Himself as the Guru to teach humanity. Satchidananda alone is Guru. So, a human, unless he is authorized by God to be a Guru, we see in the world so many teachers are there, so many gurus are there, both in the spiritual world and the secular world. All the knowledge comes from God. But most of the spiritual instructors, preachers and preceptors we see in the world, they are inspirers. They inspire the soul. They have the capacity to explain in such a way that man becomes stunned while listening. He absorbs, understands. They reach the mind. Mainly now the present generation has less of heart and more of brain. If you can logically present a thing, if you can rationally present a thing, most of the intellectual minds get captured. And if the idea given is elevating to spiritual heights or aspiring for spiritual heights, it is sufficient. Then the real Guru enters into to awaken the spiritual consciousness in the jiva. And usually we see, we all, once we come into the spiritual world, understand the principles of life. What is life? Why have I come to this world? Who am I in this body? What is this world I am seeing around? Is there a thing really called God? When these things appear in the mind, the search for the reality, Satyanveshana enters into. We search here and there. The first thing we catch is there an authentic source from where I can get some information? And invariably we see it, scriptures. Each era, whenever there is a, you see, human intellectual evolution, not spiritual evolution, when it reaches higher and higher standards, more of demonical nature enters into him because he has powers. He knows many powers of the nature which he can utilize either for the best of humanity or for the worst of humanity. That is, for the protection and happy living or for destruction. Because it's a power. He knows the secret. Suppose nuclear power. All these powers I can use for good of humanity or for harming the humanity. So when it comes to the peak intellectual, he has the power but doesn't have a heart. When heart is missing and intellect has developed to the, and when heart is missing, it invariably seeks the world, and the spiritual seeking comes down. Spiritual seeking is purely heart's function. And once the heart sets on anything, intellect follows it and helps it. Without heart, even Advaitic, I must heartily seek. There is no personal God, it is impersonal absolute. There is no form, name in the pure Advaita. So, even there, heartily I must seek. My heart must be longing to experience that Advaitic concept. Then the mind becomes a helpful instrument to take me to that level. Heart longs and my intellect leads. Otherwise, if heart is not there, it will be filled with selfishness, ego, and invariably it seeks the world, power, authority, all this. And then the only thing intellect can think is to grab others' property, to safeguard one's own property, and be ready at all times for destructive powers. Any power coming to take away, I am here. Any power to climb to a higher level to control me, no, I am there too. This intellect becomes a. So, what we search is, where is the authentic power? The main thing is, does your heart seek? The inspirers, spiritual inspirers we see around, especially in the present society, everywhere we find huge institution building up. The inspirers, they need not be spiritual realized souls, but time to time, nature and God arranges these people to inspire ordinary souls to take a look. They cannot lead, they can inspire to look at a higher level. We start looking at higher level, and where from do we get authentic that touches my heart and says, yes, this is the path? Is only scriptures like Gita, Bhagavat Gita, Gospel which we are reading. So when we see Ramayana, Mahabharata, all the Vedas, Upanishads, all these when we search, we are searching the words of God, Bhagavat Gita, Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. So there we see God is giving the instruction. Then an external force God arranges to clarify, to remove small obstructions and hurdles in my path, to make me able to stretch myself to higher consciousness. These are arranged by nature and God, because nature's plan is evolution of Jiva. So, God is the Guru. God has time to time, Bhagavad Gita, He gave and went away. It contains almost just like Gospel and Bhagavad Gita. These are the two unique scriptures in the world which tells you how to live in the world, fulfill all the needs of life, fulfill all the duties and responsibilities, at the same time transcend the nature and go beyond to realize God. And here in Bhagavad Gita and Sri Ramakrishna's Gospel, you will see every bit of what Jiva is, what Jagat is, what God is. Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara. Bhagavad Gita especially, you will see exhaustive explanation. We are not able to understand the implications many times of Krishna, what is he telling. But regarding Jiva, the individual soul, Jagat, the nature around, and the transcendental realm which pervades and stands as the substratum of this world, the Ishvara. These are exhaustively all aspects of Jiva, all aspects of nature, all aspects of God the transcendental, the immanent, the avatara, the Ishvara, the Antaryamin, all aspects of God are brought into, and beautifully, in a like a story, like a conversation, it is going on, Bhagavad Gita. So also, Sri Ramakrishna, still simpler words necessary for the present yuga. The only purpose of human life is to realize God. Finish it off, finish it off. Now you see, a few pages we have read, how much of information Sri Ramakrishna has given, and everyone is interested how to live in this world and attain. How to have this, with the same mind I have to realize God, with the same intellect, same body, which was lives after lives, this mind and inner self, the antaranga, was dipped in the world. Now it has taken this case to live in. This belongs to nature, prompted by nature and driven by nature. Where is the end? With this, how can I realize God? That is the thing. And Sri Ramakrishna says, you have to follow the instruction of Guru. How can I find the Guru? God alone. So, once you somehow, basic cleaning is over, you are satisfied, you have seen through and through this world, all aspects of this world, once you have seen, oh, there is nothing. Where is the permanent happiness? Where is the unbroken joy? Where is peace within? We get everything in this world, but we lack peace. And sacrificing the peace, we have earned all these things. And along with it, varieties of diseases. All this we have been experiencing only because of this. And we see, we invariably are attending to all this. So, everyone and anyone cannot be a guru. But Guru does exist and we can reach. Therefore, in every age, God incarnates Himself as Guru to teach humanity. Satchidananda alone is Guru. The Satchidananda alone is Guru. At all times we see that one reality constantly inspiring us from within and from outside. It is fulfilling all the needs of my soul to reach perfection. One side is the nature. The plan of nature is for the evolution of Jiva. And on the other side, the divine, God. God is making constant call from within. My child, come this way, I am here, I am here. We have turned our face and all our senses outgoing. Our intellect is outgoing. Now it has to be turned inward. I have to seek. I have to turn to higher levels of consciousness. How shall I see beyond? How shall I expand to the cosmic level and look at the beyond? How shall I turn inward and transcend one by one layer of my existence and reach the innermost? Call is there, beckoning is there, the light, it is showing the goal which I have to reach through words from the scriptures. And nature's plan is also evolution. And just a little aspiration will see that something is propelling you, something is pushing you, something is impelling you from within to go ahead in that path. Now you will see what is Guru. Guru is spread into the nature. Guru is spread into the entire divine existence and my bodily existence, my psychic existence, my intellectual existence, my emotional existence, all these existences are pervaded by Him and nature. So the nature is within, nature is outside. On one side, my tendencies have created by seeking enjoyments is on one side. The other side is the impelling force of God and nature, the propelling force of God and nature. The plan of nature is on the other side. One side is elevation, other side is valley, falling down, going around, street is going down the hill, up the hill. So both are simultaneously available to human. The aspiration makes you turn up the hill, and worldly desires make you turn yourself down the hill. So wisdom, when you get saturated from the world, enough of this world, you will turn towards the other side. When wisdom comes, Viveka enters, the discrimination power between the real and the unreal, the eternal and the impermanent appears in your mind. Then also you either Viveka or passing through all the experiences of the world, you will turn. In either case, you will turn towards the higher reality. And once you turn towards higher reality, you will see either you go inward or you start transcending the nature, external, little by little. So each elevation makes your consciousness expand. Each step of evolution makes your heart expand. You feel one with the nature. You will feel one with God more and more, one with all beings. If you are spiritually inclined, if you are going in the spiritual path, whether I have done any progress or not, the best test is know how your heart responds to this world, suffering mankind. Has your heart expanded to weep for others, feel concerned about the others? Yes, you are spiritually growing. Do you feel able to see the divine everywhere? A few days back, a person uttered unparliamentary words regarding certain persons. Some bad words we can say. It was something like shocking words, but I felt great love for the people who have been so abused and addressed. They are children of God. So the good and bad dissolves when divine awareness interferes in your heart. Oh, what is there between good and bad? The person may be bad, I love them. Person may be good, I love them, because I see something beyond good and bad, the deep within. It is there as the inner layer of their existence. See beyond body, see beyond their mind. They are all one, they are divine. As the spiritual sensitivity increases, you see beyond body. The more you are body, you see body outside. More you are spiritual, you see the inner light more and more. So this is the definite sign that you are able to see the world and all beings with the eye of equanimity. No differences. A old man or a young person, a literate, a illiterate, a rich man, a beggar in the street, an animal fallen in the street, a bird flying in the sky, all you start loving. Everywhere you see the light of consciousness, Chaitanya, they are living. Life is there in it. The life is manifestation of divinity. Life is manifestation of consciousness, Chaitanya. So when your vision transcends the physical level of existence, that is, expansion of consciousness alone can make you penetrate into the world and see the inner layers. To the extent you go beyond the name and form and see one absolute reality, the Satchidananda. Now, that Satchidananda which is beyond all things, that is the real Guru. That is the pure consciousness which is within us, constantly inspiring, constantly calling. And it is our duty now to respond to that call, inner call. We say the Krishna's flute is going on eternally in our heart. The Sri Ramakrishna used to say Vrindavan, regarding Vrindavan, Hridi Vrindavan. The Krishna's playground is within your heart. The Kali's playground is within your heart. So here what do you see? What do you understand? That Shuddha Chaitanya, which appears again as an incarnation to give you the information, clear all the paths. You see, after Ramakrishna has come, he has practiced almost all, in every path, not almost all, every path to the spiritual attainment. Shakta, Shaiva, Vaishnava, Tantra, Advaita, Dvaita, Vishishtadvaita, what all paths are there, he has practiced. Other religions he has practiced. Oh, all are steps, all are ladders to that one spiritual existence, the Satchidananda. So that Satchidananda is within me as the Guru. That Satchidananda is there as the Avatara. He comes time and again to give us the message and path. Each time the incarnation comes, he becomes the ideal himself and gives a path to realization. And this is what we see Sri Ramakrishna telling here. Therefore, in every age, God incarnates himself as the Guru to teach humanity. Satchidananda alone is Guru. What is knowledge? Sri Ramakrishna is continuing. What is knowledge? And what is the nature of this ego? He is answering. God alone is the doer, and none else. That is knowledge. I am not the doer, I am mere instrument in his hand. Therefore I say, O Mother, thou art the operator, and I am the machine. Thou art the indweller, I am the house. Thou art the driver, and I am the carriage. I move as thou movest me. I do as thou makest me do. I speak as thou makest me speak. Not I, but thou, but thou. So, Sri Ramakrishna is bringing clarity into the nature. Now, the Guru, what does Guru give us? The knowledge. From the beginning, at intellectual level, he has to clear. At the heart level, he has to awaken. And at the existential level, he has to take us. So, what obstructs knowledge is ego. The ego is there. Guru is ready to give the knowledge, but the ego is looking somewhere else. It is closing the door of Guru's pouring in the knowledge. So it stops there. But Guru persists, waits for the transformation to take place. The innermost soul, when it gets exhausted with all the fulfillments of the world, and question comes, what if? I have the greatest power in this world. What if? I am to end my life in few years. Man lives for a few years in this world and goes away. I might be having plenty of wealth. What if? I may be having lot of education. I may be a doctor. When old age comes, there is dementia. All the learned things go away. I may be a good fighter. I may be a great warrior. But when old age comes, 4 people have to hold me to make me stand. So all is passing show. Nothing is there to hold on. So the question comes, what if? When does it come? With knowledge. And with that what happens? What if? I become more and more humble. My ego dissolves. My dependence on God increases. I feel, oh Lord, you must help. I can achieve anything in this world bound by time and space. I can't go beyond it. Take me beyond towards you. I don't know how to transcend my inner nature, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya. I don't know how to go beyond the sukha dukkha external nature that is constantly inflicting me. I don't know how to go beyond birth and death. Take me. And this is that prayer. Asato ma sadgamaya. Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya. Mrityor ma amritangamaya. And to fulfill this demand of the jiva, when the viveka enters into the jiva, when it longs for a higher life, it wants, but it is tied from all sides helplessly. Then the inner call comes to the God. Lord, you take me, take me. Then the ego. So Sri Ramakrishna is dealing 2 important aspects of Guru, one imparting knowledge and other destruction of ego. So here he is telling what is knowledge and what is the nature of this ego. How the beautifully it is descending, you see, in a perfect order. The gospel, if you go through properly, you will see definite clear links with each. We will not be, if you just read like reading any other newspaper or anything and go ahead thinking that you have understood or known it, it is, we have not known anything. But when you read a few lines, sit calmly and start meditating on it. Lord, you said like this. What does it mean? I don't understand. With all humility, with all longing, if you seek, He will give you the bhashya from within. It will be made to bloom in your intellect, its meaning. It blooms. Every word of God it is coming from Satchidananda, and the same Satchidananda roots are within you. You are rooted in that. So it is the same Lord has come and telling these words to you. Will you just listen to and send it to the mind, or listen it and send it to the heart, where it gets bloomed and it becomes an active force in your life to transform you? So we need this internal transformation to undergo. Whatever you read, contemplate on it, reflect on its meaning again and again, see that it reaches your heart. Understand everything from your heart, for it blooms there and transforms you. If you keep in intellect, it will remain for some time and gets evaporated. You will be same person without any transformation. Om Niranjanam Nityamanantarupam Bhaktanukampa Dhritavigraham Vai Ishavataram Parameshamidhyam Tam Ramakrishnam Shirasa Namamaha.